been noticing, sort of paying attention to when my creative inspirations show up, and there's not necessarily a pattern to it, but one thing I've noticed is movement seems to contribute at times. Yesterday, I had an experience where I got in my car and I started the engine and I started to think about where I was going or where I thought I was going, and then suddenly an inspiration hit, and I started writing, and then I was like, okay, this is good. So I turned off the car. I started writing this piece. I finished it up. Sat for a moment. I was like, okay, yeah, let's move again. Started the car. Same thing happened. Another writing inspiration showed up, and I was like, this is great. So I turned off the car again, just started writing, and so it wasn't even the actual movement. It was the idea of movement. It was that I was about to do something different than sitting in the place I was sitting in. I got up, I walked to my car, I started the engine, I got like ready to go, and then something's like, cool, here's what we're doing. and and then I eventually started the car and actually went to the next destination. And I think at that destination, which was the ashram down the street, another writing inspiration struck. So I went with that. I shared it. And then at some point, I got the impulse to go to the park right down the street. So I went there. I showed up there. And I don't remember the exact order of everything, but I got out and I started walking and I started dancing. And this song, there was a song that kept playing um, by a band called Lists. I forget the name of the song, Haven something. And I noticed that I was playing that in the car when all these inspirations kept coming too. So I put it on my headphones and I started dancing, moving to it. It's kind of a slower song, so it was like a slow movement. And then another inspiration came in. And then I wrote that one down. I paused. I started dancing again. I started listening to the same song again. Another one came in. And it was so playful. It was so much fun. And it felt like movement really contributed to these things coming in. So my thought was, it's not about the destination. It's not about where I'm going. It's about the fact that I'm just going, that I'm moving, that sometimes just in that act of following an impulse to get up and move my body, even just to the car, even just with the intention of movement. And I wonder too about the environment change, the energy change. Like, I wonder that in general with being in a new state, being in Taos, New Mexico, for the past couple months, it's been probably the most creativity that's ever um, been alive in me. It's been so consistent. The couple months that I've been here so far, pretty much daily, like videos and pieces of writing want to just jump out of me, and I love it. It has me feeling like it's really aligned for me to be here. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. It feels like there's some metaphor here of, it's not about the destination, it's about the movement, it's about the journey, which will be probably something to do with the title I give this. But yeah, I just made another video and it's uploading right now, and I'm like, okay, another video, another idea. And sometimes it's video, sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's reaching out to a specific person rather than a public expression in this, and that everyone can see. But it's just boom, 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 alive. And it's amazing. Thanks for witnessing. It's the witnessing that is really a big part of what makes this fun too. The audience, something about that lights me up and energizes my expression. It's such an amazing time we live in with social media, that artists can just be like, here's my creation, and get instant feedback. It's really incredible. That's all. Bye bye.